Okay, this is for Algebra 1. We're talking about radical functions, day 1. We have not dealt with radical functions. We're not going to get in depth with radical functions right now, but they are going to show up on the end of course, so we need to talk about them just a little bit. A radical function is just one that has a square root in it. Now, there are steps that you can go through to simplify radicals. There are steps you can go through to multiply. What we're going to do, there's also steps to go through to add or subtract. We will deal with this stuff either at the end of this year or in Algebra 2. What we're going to do right now is use the calculator to get our answers. So to get the square root symbol in the calculator, you have to press second x squared. When you press second x squared, it's going to give you a square root and it's going to automatically open parentheses. The key to doing this is that after you get your stuff typed in, you need to close the parentheses before you move on. So let's look at some examples. If we were going to simplify the following, square root of 18, you would do second x squared. That's going to give you your square root symbol and your parentheses. You're going to type 18. You're going to close parentheses. And you're going to press enter, and you're going to round it to 2 decimals, so 4.24 is your answer for that one. So if you were going to do the square root of 140, you would do second x squared, it opens the parentheses for you, 140, close parentheses, enter, round it to 2 decimal places, this one would be 11.83. Number 3 is different in that you have a number in front. You're simply going to type the 2 before you do second x squared. Type 605, close parentheses, enter, 49.19. Calculator's doing all the work for us at this point. To multiply, this is where you got to be really careful about closing. You're going to do second x squared, put your 5 in. You have to close parentheses before you hit times. Then second x squared, 35, close parentheses, enter. You should get 13.23. We are rounding. I will be nice as I grade on rounding, but you should give me 2 decimal places. So number 5, you would do second x squared, put your 6, be sure and close your parentheses, times second x squared, put your 10, close parentheses, enter. 7.75. Number 6 is adding. It has numbers in front of them. You've just got to be careful and close your parentheses. Other than that, you're just doing this in the calculator. So you'll do 6, second x squared, put your 7, close parentheses, plus 5, second x squared, put your 7, close your parentheses, minus 3, second x squared, put your 7, close your parentheses, enter. Round it to 2, so 21.17. There is a better mathematical way to do this. We will learn this later. For now, you just got to get it in your calculator. So try number 7 by yourself. If you're not through, press pause. If you are through, you should have an answer that's rounded to 2 decimal places, 25.87. Number 8 has, it's kind of like distributing, but we're using the calculator, so just you're going to have extra parentheses in your calculator. So put number 8 in, see if you can get that one. Press pause if you're not ready for the answer. The correct answer for this one is 21.56. Just punching it in the calculator. So this is how it's going to show up on the end of course test. They're going to give you something that has a radical in it. They're going to give you 4 answer choices. They all have radicals in it. You take what they gave you, 5 over square root of 5, and you put that in the calculator. 5 divided by, because a fraction means divide, second x squared, 5, close parentheses, enter. And just make a note to yourself. You get 2.24. You're going to go to each of your answer choices and see which one gives you 2.24. Obviously, it's not A. B is just second x squared 5. It is 2.24. Looks good. Let's check and see. C is 1 divided by 5. That is 0.2. Not it. D is 1 divided by open square root of 5. 0.45. Not it. So the answer is B. Yes, it looked right at the beginning. End of course is important. Don't rush. Check all of the possible answers. Number 10 works the same. You take what they gave you, put it in your calculator, get a number. Then test each of your answers, see which one gives you the same answer. So pause this, take a minute, figure out what should be the answer. Should be 13. Yes, I know you see the answer. However, you need to check both of these just in case. 13 square root of 3 is 22.5. 16 square root of 3 is 27.7. So yes, B is your answer. It never hurts to go ahead and make sure. End of course is very important. We don't want to leave anything to chance. Once again, it looks scary. You have a calculator, punch it just like it looks. So they had an open parentheses. They had a square root, so second x squared. 3 rooftop 5 divided by 3 rooftop 3. Close parentheses to get out from under the square root. Close parentheses again to get through with what's inside, and then squared. You ought to get 9. When I punched it in, it looked like this. Open, square root, open, 3 rooftop 5 divided by 3 rooftop 3, close, close, squared. That's what was in my calculator. It gave me the number 9. On your assignment, on the first page, do the odds only. This is where they're just giving you a square root. You type it in the calculator. You give me an answer. I want you to give me 2 decimal places. Then on the back, it's multiple choice. You've got to do it all. Don't forget, you have to show me some work. Tell me something. Don't just circle a letter and turn it in. If you have any questions, come see me during tutorials.